and this faith journey has produced is peace and joy. And so, God, we enter your gates today with thanksgiving. We are thanking you that we are growing up in faith. We are thanking you that we are becoming and beholding and becoming change for the time we have spent in your presence. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. How are you doing today? I am so happy to be with you. My name is Leonora Reynolds Jones, and I have the awesome privilege of being the proprietress of a wonderful kingdom enterprise called Legacy Builders, where we do a number of things which help individuals and couples gain necessary tools and skills to leave a lasting legacy. And that legacy, of course, includes transcendent wealth. I have talked to you a little bit about transcendent wealth. I won't talk to you about it today, but know that it's a thing and that you should be interested in making sure that you leave transcendent wealth, right, for those who come after you, period. Other thing I want to tell you is that I am so happy to be with you. Today was an interesting day. Guys, you ever woke up and was like super focused and you're checking things off your to-do list and you're being productive and all this other stuff, and then like you are working and you've set up, and then just it starts to like that's what happened today. Like I was ready, I had set up, I had tried it, I was ready to go, and then I put my head down like, okay, I got 10 minutes before it's time to go live. I looked up, it was 12:06. I was like, what? How did I? Y'all, I'm telling you. But I'm here anyway, and I'm excited to be here with you. If you can see the title, and yes, I should do the housekeeping and tell you, scroll your fingers across the keyboard and go to www.legacybuilders.com. I should even go, and like put it up here so that you could see. I should tell you to subscribe, follow, like, or share. I should tell you all of that. But I'm going to be honest and tell you that today I have a very short window. Truthfully, my kids have early dismissal today, and so whereas I could stay along with you for most part, I can't today. So I'm literally gonna say what I have to say and get out of the way. What's also interesting is, and look, maybe I'm oversharing today, we'll see. But the other very interesting thing for me is that I am struggling to see today. Literally, I have glasses on, and I can't see with my glasses, but when I take them off, I can't see enough to do what needs to be done. Y'all heard what I said? I have glasses. You can see them. They're really cool. I really like my glasses. These glasses are supposed to correct my vision. Presently, I can't see with my glasses because they're too strong right now. I'm in this weird place where my eyes are getting better, and so the things that used to work don't work the way they should. So in this case, my glasses, which are my original prescription, I'm at the place right now today where I had taken some additional corrective measures, and while they aren't where they should be, I'm not where I was. And so these glasses are too strong, but my other glasses are too weak. And so I'm literally in a place right now where the thing that's supposed to help me to see is too strong, but I can't see to do what I need to do. And you're like, sis, what is that? And what does it have to do with this is how we fight, right? And I am so glad you asked, because many of us, and again, we're on this spiritual warfare kick. Like 2 weeks ago, our first one, we just introduced the topic, gave you 4 really cool points. Last week, we talked about this idea of faith and the necessity of faith in the spiritual warfare journey. It was kind of a departure, but God tied it all in because he's God and he can do that. And today we're on this is how what? This is how we fight. And as I was telling you about this, because literally you're going to see me take my glasses off and put them back on all day today. Like that's legit what you're going to see. You're going to see me take them off. And I might even take them off and get really close to the screen because I'm trying to read and I can't really read with them on. And then I'll take them off and I'll put them down and I'll pick them back up. And there's a rhythm to this because keeping them on means that I have a headache. Literally, if I keep the glasses on and I keep looking at the computer, I get a headache. So I'll take them off to alleviate the pain and the pressure. However, when I want to read the screen, I have to lean really close, right? Or I'm doing different things. And I think so many of us, we get on this journey. We get some information about spiritual warfare. And so we are not where we used to be. Hear me. Excuse me. Or you learned something and you learned what it was and you understand it was a prayer. And let's say you took what I said 2 weeks ago and you put it into practice. So you got your 3 power verses that you are now meditating on. And when the attacks come, you know what to do. You pull up these things. And so you're not where you used to be. However, you're not where you no longer need correction. And what I want to talk about today is how to navigate that place where you're not where you used to be, but you still need some correction. And I think many of us live there, spend a lot of time there, and we, I think the word is mismanage that place. And here's the truth. Mismanaging that place can do one of 2 things. It can either do more harm than good, or it can propel you further than you were, right? And so let's talk about that. Let's talk about what that would look like. So you're not where you used to be. In my case, I'm not as blind as I was. And so I have these glasses on. But continuing to wear my glasses, knowing that they're strong, is what I told you what is giving me a headache. And so continuing to engage in a behavior that is no longer beneficial to you, it will hurt you because either I'm weakening my eyes or I'm actually presently causing myself pain. And I'm just here to tell you, if the thing you used to do, while you have made some progress, you're not perfect. I just want you to know it's okay to take it off. It's okay to let it go. It's okay to walk away. It's okay to press pause for a little bit of time. Somebody hear me. You are on this journey with God. You have learned a little bit about spiritual warfare. You have learned, you've broken a couple of things. You renounced a couple of oaths. You threw away a couple of things. You've gotten some clarity in some areas. And it's not perfect. You're not seeing 2020 yet, but it's not what it used to be. And you keep going back to the old glasses, the old way of seeing, and it's causing you pain. It's giving you a headache. It don't hit the same anymore. And you still keep pushing, saying, well, this used to work. Friend, it is okay to take it off. It is okay to take it off. It is okay to let it go. It is okay to move on from that place. And hear me, just because you can't see as clear doesn't mean you can't see it all. And so what we need to do is pick the places and the spaces where seeing at a specific level matters the most. So for right now, like I only have one comment right now, and it's from my good friend David Hunt, and he's like, he's here again. And I can see that. And I can see that there are no other comments. There are no bells and whistles. I can see that there's a number of you watching with me. So I can see enough to do what needs to be done in the present moment. That means I don't need to punish myself by keeping the glasses on. And some of you, just because it used to work, you keep the thing that's supposed to help, even though it's not helping right now. When without it, you can see enough to function. I just want to let you know a way to manage the season is to evaluate. Can I see what I need to see in front of me? And why does that matter? Because last week we talked about this idea of what? Walking by faith. And I challenged you to do what? To jump. And so today, walking by faith means, excuse me, or seeing by faith means believing that I have grown enough. I have all right, David. See, and I can see that he said something. He's like, I needed this word. It's next. Look, I'm telling you. And it's believing that the progress you've made is sufficient and just having faith in the little bit of progress. Like back at the start of the year, and I keep going back to this, right? And I keep coming back to this idea of letting go of perfect, right? Because so often we get here and it's like, because I don't have 2020, I'm going to have no faith in what I can see. And I'm pushing back against that idea. If you can see enough to move, then don't keep holding on. Don't keep putting on glasses that don't work. Don't keep using implements, and even if they're corrective measures, hear me, because my glasses aren't bad. There are moments where I absolutely need these glasses. The king is, this is not the moment, because some of my correction is still holding true. Some of the work you've made is still holding true. It's not perfect. You ain't got 2020, but you can see enough to accomplish what is in front of you today. And that, I believe, is why the Bible says, do not worry about tomorrow. Sufficient for when? Each day is its own trouble. Our problem is we want to put on our face glasses and we want to see across the street. We want to see next week. We want to see next year. We want to see next month. There are so many things that we want to find ourselves seeing that we aren't satisfied with our ability to just see what's in front of us. Engage. So that's the second thing. It's okay to take it off. The second thing is engage with what is in front of you. Y'all know I believe in giving, numbers, things. It's probably only going to be 3 today. But like, hear me. So this is how what? This is how we engage with where we are. This is how you continue on this journey. You understand that the correction you've had, yes, the corrections you've made, the progress that you've made, yeah, it's not full. You don't have 2020. You can't see everything. You can't see it all, but you can see enough. And if you can see enough, it is okay to take off the thing, the correction, that the thing that corrected before. It's no longer effective. It's okay to let that go. Now we're at the point where I'm telling you, focus on what's in front of you. Like, focus on what is in your field of vision. Right? Because my laptop screen is in my field of vision right now. I have y'all can't see it, but I have a monitor here. This is my printer that you can see. Like, I have papers on my desk. Those things are in my field of vision. I can see those things. Now, can I see the face of the person walking up the street, across the street? I can't, but they don't matter right now. What matters is what's in front of me. And I need you to hear me say that once you take those off, the things that you can see, the things that are in your focus right now, that's what you work on. Like, that's what you work on. So, like, you worrying about, 6 months from now, how is this? No, what's in front of you right now? Work on that. Fix that. Do that. Finish that, because that's what you can see, right? And so once you take off the thing that's not currently working for you, once you focus on what's in front of you, the last thing I want you to do is to try. And so this is literally what I'm going to do. I have literally about 5 pairs of glasses. They have all different prescriptions, right? And I'm going to go and I'm going to try to see if something else will work better currently. Because so hear me, I'm not telling you to take it off, throw it away, and never use it again. I'm just saying it's not working right now. And so because it's not working right now, take it off. Because this thing used to, I used to read my real-time example, guys. I think if you followed me for any period of time, I have this interesting way of reading my Bible. And what I would do is I would scroll and I would open. And the last couple of days, I've done that and I've ended up at random places. And I'm like, God, what are you trying to tell me? Because I don't understand. So you know what I did this morning? I didn't do that. Instead, I was like, God, what do you want me to think about today? And immediately it was Psalms 43:10. And so I go looking for Psalms 43:10, and there's no such verse. Psalms 43 only has, I think, 6 verses. So I read the entire Psalms 43. Now, I was looking for be still and know that I am God, and that is actually Psalms 46:10. So after I read Psalm 43, I went ahead, I did a Google search because what? I let go. I focused on what was in front of me, glean what I could glean from that. Then I went and I found, and what I did, I made the adjustment. So then I went ahead and read Psalms 46:10. And so I adjusted to where I was, to what I could see, and found the thing that is working right now. That's 3 things. If what used to work is not working, let it go. Focus on what's in front of you. Then adjust your correction to fit where you currently are. 3 things. It's real simple. I just, because I think so often, like, we hear terms like spiritual warfare, and you think you can like fight off the enemy all at once. That's not how it works. You just got into this game. And for me personally, Lenore, I've been in this game. I think we want to call my interest, it's been at least 10 years since I've been engaging and learning and researching. So I know a lot more than you. But when I was just starting out, I worked with what I had. And I want you to hear that if you pray and you feel like you've gotten some release, go with the release you have. And then focus on what's in front of you. So real time, and I'll just give an example. We're talking about the poverty spirit, right? Because that's warfare. Let's be clear. If you suffer from poverty and lack, it's more of a mentality than any number in your bank account, and it's work. So for me, getting rid of the poverty spirit looked like first realizing that I had it, and then praying against it, and then I prayed against it. And then I was like, okay. So then I started talking to people who either didn't have it present or who had overcome it. And I learned the way they think. And then I focused on what was in front of me, which was the numbers in my bank account, and being a good steward, and learning about what tithing was and what it wasn't, and learning about giving and how you give and what it means to sow. I focused on what in front of me, and then I made the necessary corrections, right? I give a certain way now. I do things. I sow seeds in certain places now, and in certain seasons. I made all the necessary corrections. And then you know what I realized? That now I don't even need to focus on my bank account anymore. Like, you're talking to the person who the conversation I have with my husband is, my bank account neither informs, determines, or gives permission about what I can do in my life. If God has brought me to something, if he has told me to do something, the last thing I'm about to check is my bank account. I don't care. If he said this house is mine, I don't care how much money I got. I'm going to ask people. Well, Jesus said, and he's going to make a way. But so often, we want to like leap tall buildings in a single day. Even Superman had to first be a child. I want you to hear that spiritual warfare is process. It's growth. The Bible talks about from glory to glory. And I want you to understand that you don't have to, it's a battle, but a battle is a part of a war. Win the battle today and then live to fight tomorrow. You will, I'm not saying it's not possible to, and I'm not even saying some battles are more important than the other. But what I am telling you is that this is how you do it in the day to day, the moment by moment. You take it one little bit at a time, one correction at a time, and one day you will realize that they're no longer even necessary. So I thank you. David, this one was for you. This one was for you. This one was for you. You literally just said process. It's a process. And God is concerned about process. You know, like we go to church and we act like, God, guys, you know, that's literally the difference between salvation and justification. And then I'm going to get out of your way. But understand, like salvation, accepting Jesus, that's really a choice. But the difference between that and justification, that's the process. That is the process of what? Working out your salvation. Because yes, I can choose today to accept Jesus as my personal savior. But then I have to spend the rest of my time restoring his image in my life. It's a process. And I just want to encourage you today to not even respect the process, but enjoy the process. Free yourself from the burden of trying to do it all today. Just do one thing. Do one thing. One thing today. Make one change today. Today, take off your glasses. You can see enough for what's ahead of you. And then when you need to see something else, make the adjustment, put on a different pair of glasses. You know, in my case, I have devices that I can put in my eyes. It's contacts, but not traditional contacts that you wear in the day. But you make those necessary adjustments, and then you just keep going. So thank you. I know it helped David. I know I helped David today, but I hope that this actually helps more than David. I hope it helps you if you're watching the replay. I hope it helps the person who you guys are gonna share to, and they're gonna be like, man, I never thought of it like that. But I really pray that it helps you on this journey, right? Through this process. And I pray always that your latter, as in the latter half of your day, is greater than the beginning. And I just want to thank you. Thank you for joining. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for going to my website and supporting the business and my ministry in whatever way you see fit. But thank you, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. And this faith journey has produced is peace and joy. And so, God, we enter your gates today with thanksgiving. We are thanking you that we are growing up in faith. We are thanking you that we are becoming and beholding and becoming change for the time we have spent in your presence.